I'm just gonna use this because I can't get. I'm stupid. And I'm sick. Um, Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive. This is actually a pretty good movie. I just watched it. It's making me really want to play Final Fantasy 15, but I'm still playing Uncharted 4. I'm probably not going to finish that until maybe tomorrow or Monday. Um, but pretty much, this is a movie. I would say it's for younger audiences. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody that's older, but it's full of CGI animation. The animation's pretty good. The mouths aren't perfect, but I think that's just more of a technology limitation. When you're watching this movie, I wouldn't pay super close attention to the mouth movement. Otherwise, it might ruin your experience. But there's a lot of top-notch voice actors in this movie. Aaron Paul, sorry, I'm a bit sick. My throat's drying out. But Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. He's Jesse Pinkman. He's he's the kid that goes. I think it says. He doesn't say "fuck you, science." He says something funny and it's shared on a lot of memes on the internet. Lena Headey is Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones, and Sean Bean, who plays Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. So, and Sean Bean's also in a lot of other stuff. He's in Lord of the Rings and let's see other movies, and I'll just click on it and find out. The Martian, actually one of the movies that I own on DVD. I almost never buy movies. I bought The Martian because I watched The Martian on the plane I took to Korea, and it was probably one of the best movies I've ever watched on a plane, but it wasn't offered. I just had it as a DVD. So yeah, this movie is really good. It has really good fast paced action in it. I'd say the main character is Nix Ulrich, who's sort of leading the. I would say he's the leader of the Kingsglaive, and his mentor is Titus Straudos, who is also on the. He plays two factions. Oh, hi Mittens. Do you want to come up and talk? Okay. Hi Mittens. Say hi. Yeah, Draudus is also General Glocka. He's a double agent for both factions in the movie, which is let's see. There's the King Regis, who's protector of the city Insomnia, and then you have Nephilim. My brain keeps wanting to say Nephilim, but I know it's not. I'm just pull up everything I wrote because apparently I can't remember anything I write. Niflheim. So Niflheim is the other opposing faction that moves in to destroy Mittens. I really don't like you down there. Is the other faction that moves into Insomnia to destroy, and they do it with this plot to offer a treaty between the factions, and the king kind of goes for this, and he agrees to the treaty under the condition that the Niflheim daughter, I don't remember her name, marries or Prince Noctis. And Noctis isn't seen at all in any of the movie, unfortunately. Somebody will yell at me on the comments if he is. But yeah, it all ends up being a trap. Glocka comes in, takes a princess, moves her on some ships moving toward Insignia, and then, or not, Insomnia, and then the Kingsglaive discovers it. The main one, Nix Ulrich, just is the one that finds out, requests that they be deployed, and then they all move out to go and get the target on the ships. The ships are pretty much abandoned, and that's when Niflheim moves in and sabotages the wall, destroying the crystal. Overall, it's got a lot of fast-paced action. I know I've probably already said that, but when you're watching this movie, it's a little bit disorientating. I mentioned this in the review I wrote, but it's a little bit like the first Dune book. If anybody has read Dune, Dune is one of my favorite books of all time. But it is disorientating when you first read it, and I'll describe that. You're sort of dropped into the story where this major event is happening, and you don't know any backstory or any of the characters. It just kind of describes things as it goes. And this movie is exactly like that, except when you're around page 200 to 400 of the book in Dune, you learn a lot more about the Paul Atreides and the characters around Paul, and then you learn more just about the characters and narrative of Dune in that part. And then it helps you understand the introduction a little bit more. And the movie did not have that. I felt like I was dropped into this event that was happening, and it was crazy, fast paced. Around 30 to 35 minutes, I felt disorientated a little bit, and then towards the end, I started piecing everything together. But after the movie, you don't really learn any more about the characters. The way I described it in my review is just it's sort of it lacks a little bit of character development, which isn't really a bad thing. Like if you're in for like a movie where you just want to see some really cool action cutscenes with like anime style fighting with swords, some unique combat styles. In the movie, a lot of the characters, actually the Kingsglaive will travel by throwing this crazy boomerang sword thing in a direction, then it'll land or go towards that direction. They'll use magic to teleport there, and that's how they kind of they have a combat and fight along movement like that. It's really good to watch. If you read my review, there's like this really badass guy named General Glocka. Where is he? I have a picture of him. General Glocka. Oh, I thought I put a picture in. Okay, well, I did not do that. Let me see. General Glocka. Oh, well, I'll just Google one. General Glocka. Yeah, this guy is literally terrifying, and he inspires terror when you first see him, when he's talking to the princess who's going to marry Noctis. And the fight scene with him and Nix Ulrich is amazing to watch. Honestly, you could skip everything and just go towards the end of the movie, probably the last 25 minutes, and just watch that one scene, because it's good to watch. If you want to be a little bit more on your toes, I'd watch the whole movie because it definitely makes it better. But you get to learn things. The movie's designed to be more of a supplement to Final Fantasy 15. It's enjoyable standalone. But if you play Final Fantasy 15, watch the movie, or do the reverse, and then I think there's an anime out. And then I just learned about FF15 Omen. So this story arc for Final... Oh my god, my fucking throat. For Final Fantasy 15 is branching out into multimedia platforms. I think there's a movie, which is Kingsglaive. I think there's an anime series. I don't remember. I think it's called Brotherhood. And then Omen, which I don't know. Apparently it's releasing the 27th of October. But that looks really good. And yeah, I think that I don't even remember where I was going with that. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive is a really good movie. I would recommend it. to anybody that's a fan of that. And it's a better way to enjoy a rich narrative than the way Final Fantasy 13 did. And they made a trilogy of games, but I can't even get through the first one because it just. I really gave it a solid chance. About 25, 30 hours in, and it's the paradigm shifting and the combat is just not my favorite battle system ever. It honestly comes out as boring, and I can hit auto attack for everything, but I don't really want to hit auto attack. It's just that it's there and it makes my life easy. So I enjoy it. I don't know, and then it gets boring after a while. I might come back and start playing it again, but I don't really know. I gave this movie, I think, an 8 out of 10, but IMDb has like a really shitty score for it, and Metacritic has a really awful one too. Not sure why it's hated. Maybe it's the lack of character development. Maybe a bunch of people just didn't think it was up to par for like a regular movie experience. Maybe it wasn't Hollywood level. So some ways I think they could have improved the movie is the lip syncing with the words and the CGI. The mouth movements still aren't perfect, and some of the facial expressions come off as stiff to me when I'm looking at their faces. It's very realistic though, and it's pretty good. See, anything else I want to say? If there could have been like more dialogue exchanges between people talking about factions or people or anything like that, just so I can learn a little bit more, because I'm not going to play Final Fantasy 15 for a while, probably till next week. But I would have really have liked to see that, just because I could have learned more about what was going on. Because, like I said, it was actually pretty disorientating to watch. And that's all I really have to say. I'm going to do this because I think it'll get me more views. Come on, Mittens. Come on, Mittens. Mittens says bye. There you go. I love you, Mittens.